Hi, this is Rack, and I'm going to show you how to mod Tomb Raider: The Age of Darkness by mostly using Blender. I say mostly because you still need 3ds Max to do some of the essential things, including exporting to the model format, of course, because otherwise you can't do that. Um, okay, so there's a few things to know about modding this game, which I'll tell you while I'm doing stuff. So just know that this game, um, let's just say it's not the easiest game to mod if you're new to modding. If you follow my tutorial, you'll probably manage to do that, even if you're a beginner. I think, actually in Blender, let me just enable the screencast keys, because, okay. Um, so, first thing you need is the Model Max script by Mario Kart 64N. This is a great script that I requested him in order to be able to modify character models in AoD. And he did an amazing job doing this, really. He worked his ass off, and he did much more than I even imagined he will do. Download the latest version of the script. Okay. Alright, so in here there's a written guide which you can, I think this is mostly like if you are not a beginner, like it just roughly explains what to do to just replace the model. And here you can see there are two folders, the character tool and the archive tool. There's a lot of things to say about the archive tool, so I'll leave that to later, and for now we'll just stick to the character tool, which is the one we use to replace the character models. This is an MS file, so a Max script file, and you just run it in 3ds Max like this, scripting, run script, then you select the script, and it's gonna be in here, AoD mesh tool, in this tab in here. There's a few settings in here, but you can just leave them the way they are. You don't really need to do anything in here. You just go import. And here we have a folder called characters, where there's almost all the CHR files that the game has. This folder is actually not in the game's vanilla directory. I made this folder myself with a lot of the CHR files that I extracted with the tools. I'll leave you a link in the description so that you can download this folder, and you have basically, I think, like 80% of the CHR files that the game has. So right now we care about Lara, so we import Lara's model file. You can see there's other Lara CHR files. These are basically for the other outfits. Lara D is basically the denim jacket and jeans. Lara S is the wetsuit. The C1 is the camo pants, the camo pants. C2 is camo pants and jacket, while Lara is the short outfit, the most iconic outfit of AoD, I guess. Actually, the most iconic is probably the denim one, because that was something new. Okay, So the model has been imported, and before I go ahead and export this to Blender, there's a few things I want to explain about how AoD models work. First of all, there's you can see there's this okay, the model is composed by different pieces. There's the main model, which is this one with this random hash or number. This mesh here is basically the skinned mesh, so the one that can have skinning, while all the other objects are static objects, so like the glasses, the respirator, the weapons, the items, they are all static objects which cannot have more than one bone skin to. There's a lot of objects that the game actually doesn't even use, which are like the silencers, the sights, which we can just delete them because the game doesn't use them at all. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and export this to Blender so we can do stuff in there. Yeah. Make sure you set the units to decimeters, otherwise it's gonna be messed up. Okay. Alright, you can see that the skin, the mesh is not in the correct scale and the shotgun too, but to fix that you just have to go in the object properties and set the scale of all the axes to 1. Same for the shotgun. I set the screencast plugin so you can see exactly what buttons I am pressing. Okay, so here we have Lara's model in Blender ready to be edited and re-exported to the game. Actually, we're not going to edit Lara's model here because what we want to do is to replace her model with another one. If you go to material preview, you probably shouldn't get the materials working. Yeah, they don't work. We are going to remake them from scratch when we then export to 3ds Max to export the CHR. Okay, so let's say you don't want to replace her whole model and you just want to give her a new outfit. Okay, you can do that, but it's not gonna be the easiest thing to do because basically as I said, the game uses blend shapes for facial animations, and blend shapes are stored in the level files. So it is required that Lara's face vertex indices are all the same as the ones in the blend shapes. But the Max script by Mario Kart actually doesn't import the meshes with the original vertex indices. So this means that if you were to export this back to the game, you will get jacked up facial animations. It will be funny. It will get all funny like that. So you can't just export this back to the game and have facial animations working. And also, there's a similar discourse. There's a similar discussion for the hair, because the hair, I mean, these like pieces of hair, they use cloth. simulation, and they also do kind of require to have the same vertex indices as the original. So that's also gonna get a little messed up, but yeah, there's a way to actually you could also just like change the skin, the mesh, and then have all the original static meshes by doing a little of hex editing. So you're going to have to do a little bit of that. I'll see if maybe I will have the time to explain that. Okay, I think we're gonna go with replacing Lara's model with a whole other model first, and then maybe I'm going to show you how to just give her new clothes. Okay, so yeah, let's say now we want to replace her model. I actually have her. I'm going to do this with Legend Lara. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. Let me just hide AoD Lara's meshes so I can. Nope. Remove all these useless materials. Okay. Alright. I just went on and deleted some useless materials because Noises always created some useless stuff. Okay. So one of the first things that I do when I am working on a mod for AoD, I organize the materials, because this is actually very cool, because for the textures, all you have to do is to just put them as a material on the model. Okay, yes, I go to this folder here. Let me delete this stuff because I had to redo it, because I was already making the tutorial yesterday, but I wasn't in the mood, so I didn't finish it. Okay, so AoD textures can have two formats. One is the DXT1 for textures without transparency. The second format, DXT5, is for textures with transparency. And that's about it. That's all the formats that the game uses. Okay, so we are going to have to convert these textures to DDS. I normally use Photoshop, but for this I'm going to use Paint.net, because Paint.net has exactly the formats that we need. I mean, like DXT1 and DXT5. So, okay. Okay. Yeah, but I would like to rename that likes. make sure you use these settings. Okay, so these are eyelashes which have transparency. So we're gonna have to export this to the XT file, and I forgot to rename this again. This is the face, let's go to TXT1. XT5. Okay, that was it, because that's all the textures that Legend Lara uses. So we're just going to apply them on the model. No. Why does the screencast not work in here? You guys can't see what I'm doing when I'm on the shading tab. That one is, yeah. Okay. When I'm in Blender and I apply like textures with transparency, I also like to display the transparency on Blender. You don't need to do this for the transparency to work in the game. I just do it because it's nice. Okay, so we applied all of the texture maps, I think. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to just merge the whole model into one model, except for maybe, okay, there's a little thing I have to explain here. Okay, so if you want facial animations, you have to make you need to make it so the head is one mesh. So first of all, let's separate this stuff from the, and let's put this on the head. Okay, and same goes for the eyelashes. So the whole head has to be like this, it's one mesh. Okay, the hair too. Okay, so that's just, it's just the body and face. Okay, we might actually want to make the eyes separate because they don't need to be on the face. Since they are static, they have no blend shape, no animation, so we can just make them separate. Okay. Again, you only have to make the head separate if you want to do facial animations. Okay, so now that we've done this, I guess we can pass to the process of like making Legend Lara work on AoD Lara's skeleton. First of all, let me optimize the weights a little bit, because Legend and Anniversary Skinning and bones are weird as fuck. Okay. Okay. Let me lower the hair like this. Okay. As you can see, Legend Lara has facial bones. But as I said, AoD Lara doesn't use facial bones. She uses blend shapes. But you can still make use of these bones for Legend Lara, and you can actually use them to make the blend shapes. Mario Kart has made like a template in here. Yeah, Morph template, where you can see the all the blend shapes that she has. Also, there is something to say about the order. This is the order of the blend shapes for the cutscenes. Okay. So once you export the morphs for the cutscenes, you have to re-export the blend shapes for the dialogues, the in-game dialogues. But you have to do it with 7 and 8 switched. So the raised eyebrows have to come before the closed eyes, and the like this closed mouth in here has to come after the this mouth here. I hope you understood what I am trying to say. I am terrible at explaining things in English. I'm sorry, but yeah, you just have to make the raised eyebrows on this one. Make the raised eyebrows one on the 8 and make the 8 7. Okay, for the dialogues, for the in-game dialogues. So basically, maps. Okay, all these level files in here need to have the switched order, while the cutscene level files, blend shapes, just have to do this order, the one in this picture. Okay. This is embarrassing. I am terrible at explaining things. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go back to Legend Lara. So I can actually explain you, like show you how to do the blend shapes, since that will be cool. Yeah, I forgot to also take this piece on the face because it needs to be there, otherwise it's not gonna look great. This is the jaw. Yeah, okay. Okay. First of all, you select the face mesh, then you go here, then shape keys, you add. Actually, this shouldn't matter because we're going to do it. Yeah, okay. Just look at what I do, and that's all. Okay, so the first one is the open mouth. We can close paint.net, by the way. First one is the open mouth, so something like this, maybe more. Okay, we go here and then save as shape key. Okay, then we close again, and then it should, yeah, okay, cool. So we do it again for the next one, which is like a smile. That looks creepy. Let me make it right. Okay, I can rename the bones so that I can actually do this move. I can actually move both bones at the same time. Yeah, like this. Okay. Um. Okay, this looks decent. We are going to save this as a shape key twice, since it's always the same. You can see it says in here 2 plus 3. So let me close this. Okay. Next one is the angry mouth. Okay. By the way, if you're not really satisfied by the result that you get with the bones, you can always just also go to edit mode, and then tweaking it a little bit so that it looks more like the way that you prefer. Not gonna do that right now because I'm lazy. Okay, now the hardest one to make, which is the O lips. I always mess those up. Yeah, can't do this. I suck at this. Yeah, no, whatever. I'll just leave it like this. It's like trash, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. Before I go ahead doing this, I should actually explain you a little thing about the blend shapes. Before, when I looked at the archive tool, I said that there was something to say about this. Sorry, my chair makes a lot of fucking noise. The thing that there's to say about the archive tool is that basically we need to use the archive tool because I'm not sure if I said this before, but the blend shapes are not included in the CHR file. The blend shapes are in the level files. And in order to have our custom blend shapes for our custom face mesh, what you need to do is to unpack each level and cutscene file, then put the custom TMT files, TMT are basically morph targets files, in the folders, and then repack every level and cutscene file. Unfortunately, this isn't very practical because this means that you have to include the level and cutscene files in every mod you make with facial animations. So your mod is basically going to be from like 10 megabytes if it only includes the CHR file, because the CHR file alone is very little size. But if you also include every level file and cutscene files, it's gonna be like 500 megabytes. So that's a bummer, but this is the only way to have facial animations. You can't do much about it. But there are other downsides other than just the size, which is the fact that there's a lot of mods for this game which use level files to like fix geometry issues. Like there's a mod by Nakamichi which actually AoD flip polygons. This mod replaces almost every level and cutscene file. But this is not the only mod which replaces level files. There's also other mods which change like item placements and stuff like that. So for this reason, I don't really recommend you to do facial animations because it's just not practical. And when you replace level files where you put your custom TMT file with another level file, it's gonna ruin the facial animations. So yeah, I just do not really recommend you to do facial animations. I'm going to show you how to do that in case you want to, but yeah, I just don't really recommend you to do that, but it's your choice. I mean, I'm not gonna force my opinion on anyone, so. Alright, so let's keep doing the blend shapes for Legend Lara. Yeah, the F mouth. Whatever, I'll fix this with geometry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Looks decent, at least. Next one, the raised eyebrows. Probably the easiest one to do, because you just do this and then this. Okay. Okay. Then the flinch the mouth or whatever that's called. Okay. And now the last one, which is also easy. Just closing eyes. Okay. Okay, we are done making the blind ships. If you don't like the way they are named, you can just change it. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And now let's go to the part where we make Legend Lara bind to AoD Lara's skeleton, which I also forgot to make as sticks. Okay, so normally the way you skin models is to do transfer weights, right? Like all other games, you select the donor mesh to the custom mesh, then you weight paint, then go to weights and transfer weights, right? But I'm not actually gonna do this for this game because Legend Lara is already skinned, right? Legend Lara is already skinned, right? She already has skinning. So why not take advantage of her own skinning? By the way, we should probably merge the head bones because we don't need them anymore, as we made the blend shapes. That I hope they stayed, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So what I like to do is to actually just use the skinning from the custom mesh that I am porting. And the way you do that is you just rename the bones to the donor mesh, the donor skeleton in this case. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I think there are ways to do this automatically, but I've got no idea how to, so I'm just gonna do it manually like I always did. Okay, so I'm just gonna do hip. I remember the name of each bone by heart, so I'm just gonna rename all the bones. This one is actually this might look like the hip bone, but it's not. And spine 2. Actually, this should be thorax. No, I'll get into that later. Corral. Neck. Head. L, not K. Okay. What the hell? No, that's wrong. Do the fives. That's all. Hey, Bones. Alright. Okay, I think we are done renaming all the bones. What's that? Bone 021? What the hell is that? I don't get it. Oh, okay. Eye bones. Yeah, whatever. Can just parent them. Huh? Oh, the ring bones. I forgot the ring bones. Okay. Okay, we are done renaming all the bones to AoD Laras. Okay. I'm just gonna show you for a second what to do in case you actually want to do transfer weights. Well, first of all, you really can't do transfer weights when the mesh isn't really matching the donor mesh. Like the arms, you can see they're not really matching. Same for the fingers. The fingers are the most important thing to do to match. So I'm gonna do that in a second. Probably like this, and then this. Yeah, no. Well, when you match them, I'm not gonna do that right now because I'm lazy. But yeah, you just select the donor mesh, then your custom mesh, weight paints, transfer weights. Okay, and now you bind the model to AoD Lara skeleton. Keep transform, and now you have the model skinned with AoD Lara's weights instead of Legend Lara's. But I am still going to use Legend Lara's weights, so I'm gonna do that. Okay. There's a very cool thing you can do in this game when modding it, which is basically you can sorry, I'm tired. Basically, you can move AoD Lara's bones. That's what I do for like all my mods, so I'm gonna do it for this tutorial too. Again, there's probably a way to do this automatically, but I have no idea how, so I'm just gonna do it manually. Okay, so you select both skeletons, then you select the AoD Lara bone, which is like not this one, yeah, okay. So this is hip, and you just move it to the other bone, which is called hip. Not in this case, because this is not actually the hip bone, it's this one. So you just do Ctrl C, copy visual. This is spine 1, I'm gonna move it here. Okay, there's this other bone, which is the thorax bone. I think we are probably going to do a custom skinning for that, because Legend Lara only has 2 spine bones, while AoD Lara has 2. No, what did I just say? AoD Lara has 3 spine bones, while Legend Lara has 2. Okay. I'm not great at communication, I'm sorry. Okay. Actually, we probably want to move the thumb bones a little bit out, since that's how AoD Lara has them a little bit. Let's do the head and neck too. Okay. Okay, we moved each bone to the position of Legend Lara bones. Legend Lara's bones. I'm not going to move the hair bones yet, because sometimes it actually works better if you just leave the original bone position. So I'm gonna do that for now. Okay, so now you go to the AoD Lara skeleton. You go apply pose as rest pose. Okay. So now we are ready to bind Legend Lara to AoD Lara's skeleton. See if everything works right, if everything moves the correct way. Okay. Now I gotta yeah, I need to make the 4x bone because it's not there. So yeah. Hmm. Probably just gonna do this. Yeah, it doesn't look great. It really doesn't. Yeah, a little bit better, but I'm gonna do a little bit of smoothing anyway. Okay. Probably need to do transfer weights with the merged by distance mesh. Okay, well, at least it looks a little bit better, but yeah. Alright, well, I can't really complain, so I'll just leave it like that. Okay. Let me see if every limb is working correctly. The fingers. Okay. Okay. So, I think now we are ready to export this to the game. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Facial animations are fine. Oh no. Why is the hair like this? Oh my god. What did I do wrong? Why the hell is the hair like this? Oh, I mistakenly changed the weights of the hair? What the hell? Okay, well, whatever. I'm just not going to fix these weights, honestly, and I'm just leaving it to 4x and calling it a day. Not gonna deal with this. Because I'm lazy. Wait. Niente. Che cosa dici? Sì. Sì, sì, sì. Sì. No, non tutto quanto. Ci fa stare mangiato. Sì. Ok. Ok, ciao ciao. Sì. Cioè, non lo so. Glielo date, ma non so se l'hai mangiato. Ciao ciao. Just gonna rename this Thorax and call it a day. Okay. It doesn't really matter anyway. It's just the animation is gonna be a little bit weird on the spine, but yeah, I don't know. So, before we export this to the game actually, let's oh, we can't, right, because it's just remove um, the armature modifier, apply this, okay, on the body, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's try and export this to the game and see what happens. Where the hell are the shotgun? Oh. Okay, that's not where it should be. Okay. Let's not deal with the weapons right now because it's gonna take longer for the export process. So let's just, okay. So we select everything, then export to FBX. Okay. Yeah, okay. New. Import the FBX. Yeah. Add. Okay. Nope, this is not what should happen. I think probably the units has to be decimeters. Yep, okay. So, okay, we are back. I had to go AFK for a while, but I'm back here. Okay, so we imported Lara's model in the custom model in 3ds Max with FBX. So before we go ahead and export this to the game, there's a couple things that we need to do. First of all, you can see that there's this armature object. This needs to be deleted, so just click on it, then delete button, and done. The root bone has to be the first one that shows up on the hierarchy. Okay, then there's as you can see that we have eyes and face, which are separated from the body. So they are not binded to any bone or anything. We need to bind them to the head bone. So to do that, I think we go to select a link, select by name. Okay, hold on. We select the face and eyes, then select by name. We go head. Okay, done. And now they are binded to the head. Okay. Okay, so as you saw, we organized the materials in Blender, but we actually have to redo the materials which have textures with transparency. So we have to basically manually set the materials which have textures with transparency. So we just go to the material editor, material, get material. We need to pick the eyelashes in this case. Physical material, click on material TR6 AoD. Okay, and now it's white. So what we have to do now is to go pick the eyelashes texture, drop it in, options, enable transparency. So now you can see it's got transparency, and enables diffuse map. Okay, now we do the same for the hair. Okay. Okay, so we should be all set to export the model, so let's just do it. Okay, let me run AoD's queue. Okay, CHR was wrote. Let's see if it works. Okay. My game settings were fucked up for whatever reason, so let me fix that for a second. But you saw that the model was working anyway, so really got no idea why sometimes my game just decides to fuck my settings for whatever reason. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we are. We have Legend Lara in the game with transparency not working. Okay. I don't know why. I gotta figure that out. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, my fault. Sorry, I forgot to enable another option that you had to enable, which is glow and semi-transparent. Yeah, okay. Now, when I export, it should work. Also, as you can see, the export process is taking very little time, but that's just because we don't still have the weapons and items, because otherwise it'll take a lot more time to export. Okay, here we are. Now the transparency is working. Here we are. We ported Legend Lara to AoD. Isn't that cool? Also with all the custom positions for the bones working. Yep. Cool, isn't it? Also we can switch to the various options of the debug mode to actually look at the geometry, which is cool. Alright, so I explained you how to port the model, but now I want to show you how to port the blend shapes. In order to make the Max script export the blend shapes, you have to rename the face mesh in Lara face, and same goes for the Morph modifier. You rename it to Lara face. Okay. Let me just look a second at my maps folder, because yeah, okay, let me get the backup with fixes. Actually, let me just do this for one level, because otherwise it's gonna be messy. Prog free, okay. Okay. Unpack. Okay, so now that we renamed this to Lara face and the Morph modifier, let's just export again. And now it should export the morph targets with the model. Yep, it created Lara TMT folder. So it's creating the morphs for each level file and cutscene file. Okay, it's already done. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would have taken more time. Okay, so prog free Lara TMT, archive tool. We just copy this in here. Then repack with slip. You can actually also just pack without the compression, but it's gonna the size is gonna be even higher, so I don't really recommend that. Okay, so now we have our file with the custom morph targets. We just paste them in here. And now if we talk to Muller, we should see the facial animations working.
Non fiatare e non muoverti.
Sei nei pasticci, chiunque tu sia. Gli intrusi non durano a lungo allo Strahov.
Rispondi solo alle domande, ok? Ottimo. Prima domanda. Chi sei? Seconda domanda. Cosa state combinando tu e i tuoi compari? Puoi rispondere in...
Okay, so as you saw, the facial animations looked weird, and that's because of the order thing that I explained to you. Okay, no, this is the wrong plan. Okay, sorry, I was working on something else. This is because of the thing that I explained to you earlier on the order of the plant shapes. We need to make another FBX file with the morph order being different. I think 7 and 8. Alright, we should switch them. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we should just let me do something. It's messy, so it's not easy to deal with this. So what I will do right now is to basically just copy every one of the created morph targets for the cutscenes and copy and paste them on the extracted files with the archive tool, then export the morph targets again with the FBX file with the different order, and then copy paste these ones which will be different. It's messy, I know, but this is the only way. Mario Kart 64 and never fixed this problem on the Mac script, so this is the only way. You basically have to export morph targets twice to get them right on all the cutscenes and level files, but I'm not gonna do that right now because otherwise the tutorial is gonna be like 3 hours to explain you everything. So I'm just telling you how to do that, so you just have to do that and it will work. Okay, so now that I explained to you how to do the facial animations, I think we're gonna go on how to get the weapons working. Getting the weapons it is quite annoying, but yeah. Okay, so let me delete AoD Lara because I don't need her anymore, and also all other stuff that I don't need, like the eyes. Yeah, I don't need this stuff. Delete this. Getting the weapons working is annoying because you have to basically redo all of the materials. Yeah, this is boring. This is gonna be annoying, but whatever. You have to set the material. Oh my god, what the hell happened to the face? Oh my god. I'm sorry. You all think I'm an expert and stuff like that, but I'm not. Okay, all transforms Okay. Also, let me do another thing, which is deleting the objects that we don't need, like the diving mask, because this bitch doesn't fucking use a diving mask. I don't know why they put that in here, there, because she doesn't actually use that. Okay, we can move the objects so they match with Legend Lara. This is why I said in the beginning of the video that you have to be a little bit of an experienced modder to mod this game, and Mario Kart says that as well on the DeviantArt page. I could actually also port Legend Lara's weapons in right now, but I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't want this tutorial to last like 3 hours, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm just deleting all the additional objects that we don't need, because okay. Now to set the material. Also, there's another note, which is that a lot of the objects that are imported with the Mac script, have broken normal vectors. So you gotta fix them yourself. You can see that there's they have like the directions of the normal vectors flipped. So you have to kind of fix that. I think you can probably just do like I don't know. Yeah, you can just do this and it's gonna fix the normal vectors of all the broken objects. Yeah, this is broken, this isn't, not, this is broken, this isn't, okay. So just select all the objects that have broken normals, and you can do reset vectors and recalculate outside. Okay, and now it's much better. There are still some broken normals. You gotta fix that yourself manually, I guess. Yeah, let me show you. Oh, I forgot to enable screencast. Oh my god, I am not reliable. Not at all. Okay, so I didn't fix them completely because I had to do merge by distance and I didn't do it. Also reset vectors, I guess. Okay, much better. Now we have to set the materials. Yep. Okay. You can get the textures by extracting Lara's model with the animation editor or just the Curl tool by Mario. What weapon is this? It's gun hand left. So it's gonna be on this texture here. The hammer, this one. Oh yeah, well, I gotta delete all these materials here anyway. This is annoying, but this is what you get when you have a Mac script but you want to work on Blender. So not like it's that hard anyway. So Scorpion X is this one, yeah. Oh yeah, I can actually also just copy paste the material with the holstered ones. So I can just yep. Fuck off. The respirator uses, yeah, this one. This one? Nope. What was the textures for the respirator? It was always this one. Right, okay. Once you're done doing this process, by the way, you can also export this FBX so that you can always import it when you're making a new mod, and you don't have to always assign the materials of the weapons because it's boring. Unless you are doing custom weapon meshes, that's better. The crowbar. What's the crowbar using? I can't remember. This one? Yeah, maybe. I can't remember. But I think it was that one. Yeah, I think it was that one. Shotgun. Oh my god. Okay, I think we are done. Again, you should probably make an FBX file with all the weapons with the materials assigned. Otherwise, you're going to have to do this for every mod you make. So just let's just do this. Yeah, okay. So now we are going to re-export everything, just because yes. Okay. Okay. Let me do everything from scratch. You probably don't need to do everything from scratch, but I do it because I just want to make sure that I do everything correctly. Okay, let's assign this to the head again. Not the neck, the head. Yeah, okay. Okay. The shotgun is not parented to the hand for some reason. That's because actually there's a very weird way with which the shotgun works. You just have to parent it to the palm hand. This is palm right? Yeah. Okay. Let's do the did I name the face correctly? No. Okay. Okay. Let's do the materials again. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess right now since it needs to show me the textures, otherwise I can't understand what I'm doing. Okay, eyelashes again. Yeah, that's here. Okay, so I shall be ready to export right now. As I mentioned earlier, the export process is gonna take a little while more, since now we have all the weapons and items. Okay, it didn't take that much long anyway. Let's see if everything is working correctly. Okay, yep, you can see that we have the weapons on the holsters. They are working. The weapons on the back are working. Okay. Now let's talk to Moller just to check if the facial animations are still working.
Non fiatare
Yep.
e non muoverti.
Okay.
Sei nei pasticci, chiunque tu sia. Intrusi.
Okay, whatever. Okay. I think this might be it. Yeah. I hope that I explained everything more or less in a nice way. I'm sorry, I'm just not great at tutorials. I hope that you managed to do something with this tutorial. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you have any more questions or doubts or just need help with modding this game, just contact me on Discord and I will try my best to help you as much as I can. I will probably also just make another video if you need to explain something else, because really I don't think that this tutorial was great, but this is the best that I can do. English is not a language that I speak every day. I speak it like once a month if I ever need to. So my English is not great, and I have anxiety and I say things fast. So again, I'm sorry if this wasn't great, but yeah, whatever. I'll see you next time. Bye.